Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Man fatally shot during confrontation with security forces in Manchester. A man was fatally shot during a reported confrontation with a joint police-military team in Manchester on Tuesday morning. Investigators say about 5:30 a.m., members of the security forces conducted a targeted operation at Elston District in search of 31-year-old Arda Walker, otherwise called Shabo. It's reported that during the operation, Mr. Walker allegedly pulled a firearm and was shot by a member of the military. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police Federation at odds with Indicom. The Jamaica Police Federation says members of the security forces will not be intimidated by recent utterances at the Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom relating to recent fatal shootings by police. Indicom has said it is concerned that members of the JCF may be in breach of the use of force policy in some of the incidents. But Chairman of the Police Federation, Corporal Ron James, has urged the oversight body to stick to its core function, which is to investigate matters fairly and transparently. He said Indicom is mimicking a human rights lobby group, causing frustration and dampening the morale of rank-and-file members of the force, act as buffer between criminals and law-abiding citizens. Corporal James urged that the commission authorized to the public domain will embody criminals, but to be suggested, police are not going to be retreating and allowing for criminals who are marauding our citizens. Indicom has urged the security forces to determine if there is an over-reliance on lethal force in the execution of their duties. Indicom Commissioner Hugh Faulkner said this is among several questions which need to be answered following the increase in police fatal shootings since January. Bail extended for cop who left child in car. Detective Sergeant Sheldon Dobson, whose 18-year-old daughter died after being left unattended in his car for several hours earlier this year, had his bail extended when he appeared in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court in Balaclava on Tuesday. Dobson appeared before Parish Judge Broderick Simmet is to return to court on November 17 this year. His attorney, Thomas Levine, told reporters that the case file is now complete and documents are to be served ahead of the return date. It is expected that a hearing date will be set on the day November 17 for a determination whether there is sufficient evidence for the matter to be committed to the St. Elizabeth Circuit Court, Levine added. Dobson had been offered bail in the sum of $750,000 when he first appeared in court on August 15 this year. On January 17, Dobson, during a change of routine, left his daughter in his car for hours when he got to work at the Black River Police Station. The child, Sheila Dobson, died 2 days later at the hospital. Reports at the time indicated that the child would have been cared for on a daily basis by her maternal grandmother while her parents were at work, but a daycare arrangement was made after the grandmother fell ill. The detective sergeant, in his rush to start work, is said to have forgotten the child on the back seat of the car and drove off in a police service vehicle to Warminster southeast of St. Elizabeth, about a 45-minute trip by road from Black River. He then carried out a further probe in the case for a former Haitian official who was held on January 15 along with his wife and 2 children. The detective sergeant is assigned to the Black River Police Station, while the child's mother is a sergeant of police in the same division. You are going to die. Security guard jailed for texting death threat to resident. A 26-year-old woman was remanded in custody by a senior parish judge on Tuesday after allegedly sending death threats via messaging platform WhatsApp to a resident of the apartment complex where she was stationed as a security guard. The allegations are that Samantha Edward Simmet sent a series of WhatsApp messages that read, "You are going to die soon, your time has come, and we are going to teach you a lesson." Edward Simmet was charged with malicious communication, to which she pleaded guilty at the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. Attempting to explain her action, Edwards told Senior Parish Judge Laurie Ann Cole Montague that she was not in a good state of mind at the time of the incident because she was only the security guard working that day and she needed to use the restroom. She said after she used the restroom, she was berated by the complainant, who accused her of not allowing an unauthorized person onto the compound. Edward Simmet said she denied the allegation and attempted to explain that why she was not at her station, but the complainant started to insult her by calling her stupid repeatedly. This, she said, angered her and caused her to send those messages. "This is surely a breach of terms of your contract," the judge said after listening to her explanation. Cole Montague also asked if the altercation had warranted such a response, to which Edwards said, "I know that I was wrong That's why I tried to apologize to her, but she wasn't hearing that. She was told by the judge that she'll be remanded in custody awaiting sentencing, as the offense is a serious one. Malicious communication is too much in this country. I don't know. There's a certain power that comes in the people when they have a device in their hand, Cole Montague stated. She, the complainant, is a resident. You are employed as security. So even for you to be sending those kinds of messages to her, it's grossly out of order. You'll be remanded for a little while I consider what is the most appropriate sentence. Part of the message that I intend to send with sentencing is a deterrent, the judge added. The judge further explained that the offense was committed under the Cybercrimes Act, which comes with a fine of up to $3 million. Edward Simmet is to return to court on November 8 for sentencing. Westmoreland Police seized firearm and ammunition. The Westmoreland Police seized an illegal firearm and ammunition during an operation in Farm Pen, Westmoreland on Tuesday morning. Reports are that a team of police officers was on mobile patrol duties when the lawmen observed a group of men standing in a yard. As the police approached the men, one of the men is said to have run off. He was chased by the police and an object fell from his waistband. The item was retrieved, inspected and found to be a block polymer P80 combat firearm with no visible mark or serial number. The firearm was found to be loaded with a magazine containing 7 live 9mm cartridges. The man, however, managed to elude the police. Residents staged massive roadblock in Hanover. A massive roadblock between Grange in Hanover and Glasgow in Westmoreland has left several commuters stranded. The residents are upset about poor garbage collection in the area, but foremost is the extremely poor road conditions. Residents before daylight used tree debris and old vehicles to block the roadway that leads to Green Island in Hanover to Grange Hill in Westmoreland. We vote for a change and me no see no changes, and may I tell you the truth, no changes now go on. The road I get worse and worse every day. Right now, not even pregnant woman can travel on the road. You know see the pothole them, how them dig out and they way down in the ground like they can grow fish in a, stated a female resident of Kendall who goes by the name of Debbie Joe. Me no have no water problem. And them up at the road have water problem because me live on the level, but the garbage on the road terrible, added Debbie. Sub-officer assigned to the Green Island Police Station, Inspector Mervyn Hoggs, told reporters that while the security forces understood the plight of residents, they will maintain a presence in the area. Up to the afternoon yesterday, the roadway remained blocked by Inspector Hoggs, stating that a team from the National Works Agency NWA was being mobilized to clear the blockage. Presently, a team from the NWA is currently being mobilized, so the area is closed as we speak, but we will maintain our presence there until the situation becomes normal, stated Inspector Hoggs. Please remember to subscribe, like,